The most humbling experience that I've ever had was my trip to Honduras back in 2012. 7,000 murders that year. That's a death rate of 14 times the amount of that in Chicago. A close friend of mine was getting married, and his wife is very involved with the church and the local communities in Honduras. It was a beautiful destination wedding. Part of the destination was actually a missionary retreat to build houses for local communities that were in desperate need. So we fly into San Pedro Sula. We get on a taxi cab ride to Tegucigalpa. And if you think a New York taxi cab driver is crazy, you've never been to Honduras. Driving up the mountains, most roads have eroded away from landslides, mudslides, and actually navigating these sharp turns and corners and driving inches away from the cliff, leaving zero room for error. And even though we survived the taxi cab ride, that's not actually what humbled me. What humbled me was the actual community of people that I was surrounded by when I arrived. Now, it's 2012 at the time, and I'm in a place where people look like you and me. However, they're at a small village with no to little clean water to drink, to bathe in, no running sewage, minimal shelter, basically living inside wooden huts, the same size as, their entire house would be the same size as maybe your work office space. So again, minimal clothing, minimal food, minimal shelter, very little clean water. These people had nothing. However, the one thing that I did notice that they did have was happiness. Everybody was happy. Everybody was humble. And I came to appreciate, everything that I had when I came home. I got back home, I had, something like a television, I had a clean mattress, a roof over my head, a hot shower to get into, a car to drive, a really good employer to make money. And yeah, man, that experience changed me. I'll never forget it. And so I appreciate the small things every single day. Blessed to have the water that I have, blessed to have the roof over my house, the family that I have around me. And so yeah, it's hard to feel bad for yourself when you've seen what's out there. If you guys ever want to donate clothes or anything, check it out on Google. It's the Honduras Project. You can find some ways to donate.